Most contractors' ads don't fail because of bad targeting, they don't fail because of bad creatives, and they don't fail because meta doesn't work for their niche. They fail because of what happens after the first few seconds after someone submits a form or requests a service from you, requests a quote, and nobody talks about it. And by the way, my name is Kareem Al-Fadi. I own a marketing agency where I work with Contractor, create a pipeline for them, making them multiple six figures worth of jobs off of meta ads and Google OSA. Our main focus is going to be today on meta ads, and I'm going to tell you exactly the whole process how it generates $6.5 million every single month. My contractor, I have 30 contractors on board every single month, 20 of them high ticket contractors that make the most amount of money, the other ones are low ticket contractors, and I use the exact same process. I'm going to explain everything to you, why I'm able to generate those numbers, why I'm able to make $300,000, $400,000 on average to my contractor, and why some of my contractors make over $500,000 every single month just from my pipeline. This is exactly the real reasons why contractors fail in ads. I'm going to go over every single point in depth, and after I literally go over that, you're going to be able to just go ahead, swap up everything in your ads, and make sure that you do them exactly how I say, so you do not fail into those categories where those contractors have to waste their time, money, and not get any results. So the first point is the creatives that do not earn attention. I want you to take a look at this. I took a screenshot really quick, but I meant to take a look at this one. Look at this generic picture over here. It's very generic, and that's exactly what most contractors put out, and they ignore. People ignore this in a matter of a second because they don't really understand what's happening in that picture. And let's just pretend that this was just the headline, and this is the description. I'm gonna go over all those ones over here. I'm gonna tell you exactly, because not everything in this picture is wrong, but this one is the biggest mistake in this picture. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna explain everything. So what's wrong over here? Like if you have a headline like this, quality you can trust. That's very vague. Nobody's gonna know exactly, okay, what type of quality you're talking about, why you're the best. Doesn't really show something specific about your business for me to go ahead and click on your ad and submit something. As I said, stock image that looks like every other ad. And the description, like what type of descriptions? I've seen literally contractors say, yeah, we've been serving since 2000, 2010. We've been in business since the last 20 years, fully licensed and insured. Okay, fully licensed and insured, sometimes it does. Okay, you can say that, but you don't have to put it in the description, because in the description you want to create the urgency where, yeah, submit a form right now before Friday and get 10% off or something like that. So it's not the best place to talk about it in the description. The CTA, get a quote, zero urgency. I always have the CTA with multiple urgencies. I change that for my contractors. And get a quote is okay, but with this creative, get a quote, it's not gonna work, because the creative doesn't tell people anything. And if I don't understand the picture, I don't understand the headline, I don't understand the description, why am I going to click on this? I'm not gonna do that. And no proof, no outcome, no numbers, but this is something that's been done over here, and it's right. So over here, if you take a look at this, you're looking at a real home. This is wrong. Should have not been there. That headline is wrong. But right now it's saying that a roof that's headed for 25,000 for replacement, you can do rejuvenated for the cost of 20% only. So it talks about number, proof, it talks about the process itself. But the thing is that's literally not getting any results in this type of ad, is that I am, as a customer or as a homeowner that's just going through my phone or through my feed, and I see this, I'm not gonna take the time to take a look at this, because the creative's not clear, the headline's not clear, the description's not clear. I am not going to take the time to go and read all this, and if I do, that's why you get 2 leads in the whole month when you run an ad like this, because only 2 people, probably out of the 25 or 40,000 impressions you got, took a look and saw this and they're related to it. No differentiator, could be any contractor anywhere, but over here was done, which is talking about the difference between replacement and rejuvenation. So you do the exact same thing for your ads, for your creatives. This is another example over here. High performing ad. Stop the scroll, books the call, same first second, literally. So over here, if you saw this ad, you see that this company does soft washes. This is a roof that's been soft washed. This was moss, allergy, and over here, this is what it was before, and this is what happened after. So you understand before you read any description, before you read any headline, before you read anything, what's happening in that picture. So when you say over here, sorry, your roof or moss on your roof, question mark, something like this, and we come in for a couple of hours and we make it go from this to that. That's exactly what you need. And look at that, look over here at the description. Free quote in 24 hours, the number of homeowners that we served in 2025 or something like this, and get my free quote right now. Clear and see in 24 hours. So right now, if I decide to submit a form because I want to request more information about this, I need a quote. I know those people are going to get back to me within 24 hours. And we usually, honestly, have it within literally the first 30 minutes or 5 minutes. Why this works in the first second? Because it's so specific problem, which is we're talking over here about moss on your roof. Literally, as soon as I read a moss on the roof, I understand the picture, there's moss, there's no moss on the other one. I understand the headline and the outcome. We said a couple of hours, not 2 days. I didn't change that. Sorry, I was gonna put a concrete picture from one of my contractors, and I put this one in to make it easier and explain it better. Before and after, not stock image, actual work. Customer focused about their problems, not the company. So you literally over here, we didn't mention anything about the company. We said 2 hours, moss on your roof. So, and understand the picture, and that's it. Social proof, 340 plus homeowners that you serve. If you do not have numbers like this, you don't have to put them in. You could say, we're 5 out of 5 rated on Google with the best data, something like that. That free quote within 24 hours. That's a game changer. Because when you put urgency on people and say, hey, if you request a quote before Friday, within 24 hours, we'll get back to you and you'll get a 10% off, a discount. You don't have to always literally lose your offers. You could literally pump it up, go to their home and give them a discount, 10% discount. They'll love it. And it talks about the market. Austin's feels like you're a neighbor. Call people out. Hey, Austin's homeowner, this is for you. In the headline or in the description, that people have to relate. So this is the first problem. Second one would be the second point. The landing experience kills the lead. This is going to be a bit long, but I'm going to have to explain it all. So the trust collapse. After I like the creative, I like everything you're saying, and I decide to click on it. And I'm going to talk about from click to a cold call and how to bridge those gaps, how to fix them. So when people click on it, submit their information, you give them a call, it doesn't turn out to be a cold call that somebody literally has no idea that he submitted a form for your company or for your service. So trust starts literally high the moment someone clicks on an ad. So as soon as I click on your ad, I understand your process, understand everything about you. If you call me the first second, I'll be able to be like, yeah, I just submitted that form. That was fast. That's what I'm going to say. So if you do that, you gain my trust. And right now you feed me your trust. If you don't have to show me your trust, you could just tell me why I should trust you on the phone. It's not the best and the ideal thing yet, but it is one of the best, honestly, as a business owner that has a company that does over $800,000, that Meta Ads brings over $600,000 every single month. And we do this every single day. So every step that literally either honors up to the promise or breaks it, the board over here maps where trust leaks and the how to plug it in and how to fix it over here. I'm going to explain it all with times, with everything. So right now, as I said, first stage, as soon as I click on the ads, my trust is 95%. Then second stage is going to landing page or to the form. I start like, oh, those people are requesting about my house address, my information. I start be like, do I really want to submit that information or not really? So it starts to losing the trust because I didn't see anything intimidating in their offer or in their forms or in their landing page that's talking more about the company, who you are, why you're the best at it, why I should go with you. Stage 3, you call those people You call me after a few hours and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot that I did submit this form and probably gonna hang up on you. That's literally how you kill your stats. And it just literally talks about what you need to fix right now. So in stage one, let's just say we got 100 clicks. Intent is fresh, promise is loud, they believe in you right now. So what they saw, basically, they saw your offer, which is talking about the pain points, the benefits, the outcomes for them, and that made them click on your ad because they want to request more information so you can give them a quote to see if they can do the same thing for their house. Because your home service business, we're talking about home service business or ICP or homeowners, and the trust, why trust is so high? Because they clicked on it by themselves. The curiosity is so fresh. So when I saw this picture, I was like, so I wonder how they remove this moss on my roof, which we all know like it's soft washes, but I mean, let's just say I'm a homeowner, I've never done a soft wash. I don't know really what exactly they're saying. They're saying that they removed that moss, the allergy, and there will be no granule loss on my roof ever again, or for the next 10 years. So I wonder what product they use that they're making this promise. So I do have curiosity, and the specific promise, no granule loss on the roof, for example. So no commitment yet. Then you go, your job is at this stage, do not break that promise. You literally everything downstream can present itself to the ad. They just clicked. So if the next screen doesn't match, the trust literally will start leaking immediately. So if you go from that ad, the second ad we're talking about the moss removal, and I go to your landing page and it talks about yeah, so basically we do house siding, we do pressure washing, we do driveways washing, and I'm like, oh, I clicked on something wrong. This thing doesn't match the offer that I saw on Facebook. So this is literally the first stage that you need to focus exactly how I said it so you don't lose people over here. Stage two, the form. Out of 100 clicks, 12 filled out forms, 88% leak here. Something in the page didn't match the ad promise. So if I have to look into the offer that I saw on Facebook and your landing page, because it's not in front of me right away, it's not talking about what you promise and why I click to go to your landing page, I'm gonna just leave. I'm not gonna call you and tell you, hey, this doesn't match or anything. No, I'm just gonna leave. That's why we end up with 88 people that left the landing page and only 12 out of them that filled it out after they went through the whole thing. So what breaks them that trust, as I said, message, too many form fields, generic templates designs, no social proof visible. And the trust bridges, you just need what you need to do, just match ad headline exactly. As soon as I see the ad headline talking about moss removal, I need to go to your landing page where it says, hey, we're going to kill the allergy on the moss on your roof that will never grow for the next 10 years, so you don't have to replace your roof. We'll just rejuvenate it, and that will kill the moss and the allergy for the next 10 years. Show after and before from the ad, one more time in your picture. Show another video, talk about the exact process, like could be 3-minute video, talking about the exact process that's very informative, 30-second video. And that's all I need for me to say, hey, you know what, I like what they're saying. Let me have them come over to my house. The form, 3 fields max. I usually do 5 fields, to be honest, because 3 fields, I feel like anybody could just fill them out really quick and end up breaking my qualification process. So I'll go over the qualification process in a second in this video. Live calendar booking, just have them book the time right away, and I'll tell you right now what happens after they book that time and when I go through the qualification process and everything that they need. But give them the option to go ahead and just say, hey, I want you to come over Friday at 12 at noon. I'll be home. So you know for a fact now you have their address, you have the time. So no matter what happens, you show up to the house. Third step, which we're talking on, I'm gonna have, this is a long one. So I'm gonna talk right now. So this is just gonna show in the trust gap from 100 clicks to 12 forms to 3 answered calls to 1 booked. And this is very horrible and people do not trust you over here. and most likely not going to close this one. Your close rate is going to be 20% because of the whole process that doesn't contain any trust. Point 3, speed destroys the lead, guys. Guys, you have to just be fast. Here's literally an example. An example of a lead form. Look at the times, 6:50 p.m. 6:50 p.m. Somebody called them, booked them in, and boom. That's all you have to do. You gotta be doing that. If you can't do that, do not run ads, do not advertise for yourself, because you're gonna be ending up paying money to get those people to fill out those forms and never turning them to appointments. Or the system's not gonna turn them to appointments because you don't have a calendar that goes on right away. You're not fast enough to call them, and you're just not good at booking people. And I've dealt with contractors that are just lack the skills of booking people. Like I have people that literally call them right away and they end up not booking them because people start asking questions and they mislead them to really quick to answer all the questions, and the people said, oh, you know what, I'm not interested in something like this. But if you're at someone's house, you send them all the sequences, you built the trust, you showed your process and everything, when you go to their house, you still have literally the chance of convincing those people to go with you and get the job done with you. Step number 4, or point number 4, qualification system. So I'm gonna just show you a funnel that doesn't have qualification gates. 100,000 visitors, 12,400 leads, and end up conversion 3.9%. So we'll end up with 3,850. No, none of only SQLs, the ones that pick up the phone, or the ones that are actually not bots, that are actual real people, real addresses in this service area. It's only 1.2% of that number, of the literally 100,000 viewers and 310 opportunities that filled out the form. And right now you need to figure out who qualifies for the job, who doesn't qualify for that job based on budget, timeline, project size, and you end up closing 42. You see how horrible that number is. We're not aiming for 10% or 20%. We're only aiming for 1.5% to 3%. The ideal number, 1.5% to 2%. 3%, that's like you're the best of the best. You're like, you work with Mark Zuckerberg. But those are the numbers. I've done it. Sometimes I've done it in some months with my clients. I had 3% convergence based on the total number of visitors and the impressions, which was really crazy. And it was a window installation company that month it was usually doing 120 to 140,000. That month it did 420,000. But that was because of the algorithm, and I changed something in the process, but it didn't work because Facebook decided to move on from that ICP. Right now, the qualified funnel, ICP fit only. ICP, we're talking about the homeowners that are looking for your service right now. Scored, gated at every stage. So when you have 28,000 ICP visitors that cost less money to get to those people, you will end up with 6,000, let's just say 24%. Those are literally magic numbers. They're not actual real numbers. You're going to turn them to 3,000 real people, turn them to qualify them one more time, turn them to 1,000. You end up with 470 appointments and you close 140 jobs. You see, if you only look for your ICP, the homeowners that do have the budget, that do have the exact time, the availability that works for you, that you like the project they have, those 3 main parts, all you need to do for your qualification process. Okay, the 5th point would be no trust sequences between the booking and the appointment. And this is, I said I'm going to get back to it. Trust one more time. So if you call me right away and I ask a lot of questions and you're not good at booking people in, you lack the skills of booking people in, you're probably going to also lose me even if you're fast. But if you're fast to book me in, then you start sending me the trust sequences between the booking and the appointment. That's where you're going to be able to close 80% of the jobs. So the 72 hours trust timeline: speed, consistency, trust, delay to death. Exactly. So speed and consistency will lead to trust, delay leads to death. Two parallel realities of the same lead from the moment they literally submit their form to the moment of you ignoring them, or to the moment of you calling them in, booking them right away, then sending them information about you, who you are, why you're the best at it, your work process, why I should go with you, why I think you're the most professional roofer remodeler in my town. So without sequences, I'm going to just show right now an example without sequences. So as soon as I submit a form, the lead submits a form, there's a 90% trust. As I told you before, right now I submitted that form and I said, hey, I need help. That's exactly what triggered in their mind. So the action was silent, no confirmation, nobody got back to those people. That's literally if you don't have trust sequences. Then after 8 to 12 hours, that sales notices leads where sales reps that notice that lead came in, went to that system, went to the messenger, went to whatever you have your leads in. And right now, the customer is asking, did they even get my form submission? So the action is that rep literally goes there and starts looking at the time, start calling all those leads after a few hours till they get to that guy. And guess what? They end up not picking up the phone, because right now when you call them and say, hey, okay, I got that lead, I noticed it, I'm going to call it after this time, or if you called it literally after 12 hours, same result's going to be. It's too late, I already looked somewhere else already, another contractor took that job, I have a few quotes from other contractors already, and probably going to ignore you, so you'll end up literally leaving a voicemail or no answer. If I do answer, I'm going to be like, hey, that it's been like 2 days, or like that was like 2 nights ago and I do not remember that, but right now I already talked to another contractor and they're coming out there. I like everything they're saying, so I'll just give them a chance and I'll get back to you if I think that you'll be better than those people. But you're most 99.9% they're not going to get back to you. So that's what's exactly going to end up happening. But if you have sequences, trust sequences, you need to focus on this. Trust sequences right now. So as soon as a lead submits that form, trust is 90%. Let's see, I need help right now. And the submission got logged into the system. Then they got literally the first minute an email that fires, email or a text message or both of them. We do both of them. So the lead's like, oh, wow, that's fast. And that's what happens literally with people telling us and texting us, hey, that was fast. I just submitted that form. Education content. Right now, after, okay, you send me a link to book a call, or you confirm the submission, you book that call, or you just confirm the submission that you're going to get back to me. You're just going to look into my thing, or you just give them a call, same exact process, but this thing, it changes based on how you want to run your sales process. But at the end of the day, it's still the same. Then education. You send me a study case, why, how you do your projects, how you run your work process, how you deal with customers, what are the type of customers you work on, what are the type of houses, what are the type of projects. So I get to know more about your business. I get to know more about how you're the best fit for my project before you even come into my house and tell me, hey, I can do that for you. I'm the best guy for it. You book them, give them reminders, and right now they're booked in calendar on your calendar. They're getting reminders and responding saying, hey, 24-hour reminder, an hour reminder. We're responding to those ones and waiting for you and excited that you're coming to their house. Because right now they know who you are, your work process, why they should go with you, the top projects you worked on, the results, everything about you. That's called trust. So right now when you walk into their house, they already feel prepared because of you have an appointment, you have information about you, you have everything, and you send them the agenda and the rep bio that's going out to their house. So let's just say my name is Kareem, I'm the owner of the business, and I send Cameron, my sales rep, to their house, and I say, hey, Cameron is going to be the one coming over to your house. He's going to be the one taking care of you, and you're going to read more information about Cameron and the benefits of Cameron, our business and our company and our project, But Cameron represents us. That's one of the things they need to focus on. Then you go to that appointment. This is the team right now. You meet them, you have that conversation, and you close them right on the spot, literally. And you give them a follow-up. They remember every single detail. They sign the contract if they didn't sign it right away, but usually after this step, it's done. You already signed them. They took a check. Job is on, scheduled. That's how it happens. 72 hours later, where do I sign? If they said, I need 3 days to think about it or anything, you keep sending them follow-ups and other reminders with a contract. And guess what? They never forgot about you because you've been texting them consistently. So this is exactly what happens. Same lead, same product, just different system. Response time between a minute to 24 hours. 1,440 times faster than the first touch leads. The leads high intent, the highest the first 5 minutes. The retention will be 5%, 99%. When you literally take care of me, all your process, your systems, you got the job done. I loved everything you do. I'm gonna be calling you. I'm gonna be referring you to my friends. So this is why they will get you. This guy worked on our house. They worked on our project. I want to go with them. Or no, you should contact them. They're very professional. They're really good, and you just contact them, and you end up with more jobs, making more money. Booking rate, 42%, 8%. This thing for our business, let me be honest, it's 77%. The booking rate. So when we get like 150 leads in the whole month, we book 77% of them. Like we book about 115 to 120 appointments. And that's how we sell literally 90 jobs a month with an average ticket of 9,000. So it just literally shows you the importance of just having systems behind your ads. And right now, the buy-in window closes fast because your sales appointment, sales process already happened within the first 3 days. Nobody booked in after a month and say, hey, can you come to my house in the next month because I do have this and that. You're going to lose that sale. That lead is going to get cold. So if you end up scheduling people first 3 days after they see everything about you, you're going to close them. And that's basically why people miss all those things. Like I've seen a lot of people that DM me on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and saying, hey, I've been running ads, I've been getting clicks, I've been getting leads, I've been getting all those people, but I'm not making money. And that's exactly why you're not making money. I literally log into your ads and everything that you need to just fix. And from there, go ahead and fix it. And feel free to DM me on my Instagram, or there's a booking link in my bio of this video. Just click on it, book a call with me. We'll talk about your numbers. I'll show you what exactly you're doing wrong in your ads, what you need to fix it. And if I can help you, I'll help you. If I cannot help you, I'll say, hey, I'm not the best guy for this. I think this is kind of something that I don't know much about it. So you go ahead and you go ahead and just point to the right direction. Go look it up there. Go to this person. Go do that, and do it yourself. And that's just gonna be it. But if you need more jobs, if you need to start making 300, 400,000 every single month, just book that call with me, and I'll go ahead and show you how I do it, how I have my systems do all this process. I literally just showed you that more detailed, the importance of processes like this, but I didn't show you the exact steps of those processes and building those processes. I'll show you how I do it, how we implement that, and we'll show you how all the numbers will be for your business. If you're a high-ticket contractor, if you're a mid-ticket contractor, if you're a low-ticket contractor, and you start making money before the winter comes in, because if the winter comes in, you're not going to be able to afford running ads and doing all those type of marketings if you don't have consistent systems right now. So you'll find my Instagram in the bio. You can follow me there. You'll find my booking link. Click on it, book a call, and feel free to reach out to me with any questions. And peace out, guys, for the next time.